I've been thinking a lot about how this playoff thing can be possible for the Steelers. And let me tell you, it may not be as far-fetched as you think. Here's one of the two paths, and in my opinion, this is probably the less likely of the two. Chargers lose out. Their schedule includes the Colts, the Rams, and the Broncos. And then the Jets have to lose 2 of 3. One of those was already taken care of last night against the Jaguars, so now all they have left is the Seahawks on the road and away at the Dolphins. Also need the Patriots to lose 2 of 3. Bengals, Dolphins, and Bills. Lose 2 of those 3. Hell, they might lose all 3. And then lastly, we have an AFC South dilemma here. Jacksonville has to lose 1 of 2. Their last 2 games are the Texans and the Tennessee Titans. Or you could have Tennessee lose 2 of their last 3 out of the Texans, the Cowboys, and the Jaguars. Really, in this scenario, we're just looking for the Titans to either lose against the Texans or the Cowboys, which are both really feasible. Hell, I think they could lose against the Texans this week because Ryan Tannehill's out, and they're going to be rolling with rookie quarterback Malik Willis. But if that doesn't happen, they're playing an NFC playoff team and the Cowboys the following week. So, yeah, if that happens, that just leaves the last game between the Titans and Jaguars for the AFC South. The loser will have nothing to do with the wild card. The problem with this path goes back to the beginning. The Chargers still need to lose out, and that feels a lot less likely than the Jets losing 1 of their last 2, the Patriots losing 2 of their last 3 of this whole AFC South scenario, because the Chargers' schedule is pretty damn easy. Colts, Rams, and then Broncos. It could happen. I mean, it is the Chargers. They do choke and they try to figure out ways to mess things up. But all that aside, this is why I'm hitching my hopes to the Dolphins lose-out campaign. It's the same concept, except you're flipping the Chargers for the Dolphins. Dolphins lose out, and still the Jets and the Patriots have to lose their certain games. But instead, they have to lose specifically not against the Dolphins. They have to beat the Dolphins, but then they have to lose the other games, which again isn't too far-fetched. The Jets lose to the Seahawks on the road, and then they'd have to beat the Dolphins in the final week. So for the Patriots, you got to lose to the Bengals and Bills, but then beat the Dolphins in Week 17. That could happen. And then the other game the Dolphins have to play outside of the Jets and the Patriots is the Packers, which is happening in 2 days on Christmas Day. Packers, they've been kind of starting to find some things these last few games. It's Aaron Rodgers. They're still fighting for their playoff lives. So again, I don't think it's a reach to say the Packers could beat the Dolphins, right? The other thing with this Dolphins lose-out scenario is back to the Jaguars. They have to lose 1 of 2, or the Titans have to lose 2 of 3. And one more thing. Steelers got to win out, and then boom, playoffs.
Playoffs?
So how we feeling, Steeler Nation? We still here, so that means I still got hope. And no one can take that away from me, goddammit.
Hope is a good thing. Maybe the best of things.
So for any of those dominoes to fall, the first one has to take place, which would be for the Steelers winning tomorrow's game against the Raiders. So let's get into this preview. Tomorrow's forecast, it's going to be fucking cold.
I walked outside today. It's hella cold.
Wind chill will have it feeling like it's in the negatives, and those gusts of wind can reach up to 10, 20 miles per hour. And actually, one of my buddies sent me a screenshot that his forecast has it getting up to even 40 miles per hour. With that being the case, one of my keys to victory, or the main key to victory at this point for the Steelers, is let's run the damn ball. And that should be possible. I always thought it would be possible no matter the weather, because outside of Max Crosby and Chandler Jones, the Raiders don't have much in their front seven, specifically in their interior. And I just think this is going to be one of those games where it comes down to who wants it more and who's going to show the most physicality. With how Najee Harris has been running these last several games, I don't think that'll be a problem. I also feel like we should be able to make things happen in the passing game against the Raiders secondary. You're going to have Pickens and Deontay Johnson up against Nate Hobbs or Amick Robertson. Rock Ya-Sin's going to be out this game. And then Freiermuth against, one of these Raiders linebackers or one of their safeties. Those are all mismatches in the Steelers' favor. Problem is this weather. I just feel like it's going to be an X factor for both teams' passing games, because the Raiders on offense, I thought this was probably the most interesting matchup heading into this game. How are the Steelers going to handle the Raiders' offensive weapons? You have Derek Carr, who's a top 12 or 13 quarterback in the game, Hunter Renfrow, a Pro Bowl slot receiver, Darren Waller, he's top 3 or 4 as a tight end in the league, and also Devontae Adams, same thing. He's like a top 5 receiver. But now with this weather, the potential wind, how cold it's going to be, I don't know how any of this is going to matter. It might just come down to who's going to clutch up in the passing game when needed. But I think the fundamental mentality or mindset you got to have going into this game is let's stop the run and run the ball. My initial score prediction on the podcast was Steelers win 27-17. I don't know. Should I change that now? I guess I didn't realize how cold or windy it actually could be. Might be just a little bit lower scoring than that. Maybe should I cut off 7 points from each score? Steelers win 20-10. Either way, the Steelers win this game. We know that's happening. But that's it for this edition of Big Deke News. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think about the Steelers' chances to make the playoffs, or if you have any bold predictions or score predictions for this Steelers-Raiders game tomorrow. Also, Merry Christmas. Enjoy the time spent with your friends and family. Be safe out there, and also enjoy the game. Stay chilling. Peace.